Okay.
All right. We are here for the roundtable. Sorry we started, but was not recording. So, but Lisa and I had a great conversation. So
Too bad you missed it.
now you guys will join us.
Great. Well, we'll just start officially. Welcome, everyone. So happy to have you here today. Let's go around the circle really quickly. I want to, first of all, ask the question, and you guys have already done this, but you can say it again. And that's, what went well for you last month? What's something that really pushed your business forward and you felt like it was a really great new addition to your business? I'm ready to go first.
I'll be like, really?
This last month was really good. It was pretty good. The oils game is kind of fun. I probably haven't been on it as much as I should, but I think that especially this next go round that everyone should get their team on it, because it just helps us use oils daily, helps us make sure we do our contacting daily, helps us make sure we contact our leaders daily.
Great training.
Great trainings. So that's something that's, I think, key for this next few months for everyone to build up. And then, yeah, so we helped get a couple classes done with people underneath us, and they were able to teach themselves, which I thought was a really good experience for them to start building their confidence, start to build their rhythm.
Brittany taught our first class. Was awesome.
Yeah, she did great. So, yeah, that's what we did.
Great. What about you, Liz?
I had to go to California.
Not just California, but beautiful California.
I had to go to Southern California to do oils. No, it was really great because I was telling Brady, I was telling you guys too, except for you weren't there. But it was a great opportunity. First of all, Leslie and I were having a conversation at the airport, and I know it was kind of a private conversation, but somebody was listening, and you know, Leslie sharing stories about her family, and this lady, you know, in a wheelchair, she's like, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to be eavesdropping, but I couldn't help but notice you were talking about, you know, whatever you're talking about, and it made me realize, you know, when we talk about essential oils, when we talk about wellness, when we talk about illnesses, people chime in, especially if they're dealing with something like that personally. So that was nice. And then Leslie, you know, on the plane, she stood up and we went to use the restroom, and she was gone a while, and I thought maybe she got lost in the airport. But no, she was talking to somebody about essential oils, of course, and
The steward.
yeah, the steward. But it was really nice because it made me think in my mind, okay, so when we get to California, what's our game plan? In this cute girl's mind, there's always opportunities to share and to teach.
Stick me on an airplane.
Oh.
Just fly me around the
That's
country.
actually-
And that would be the best way to
That actually is not a bad idea, because it
Truly.
and people, I mean, people have the need, and especially on a plane or in the airport when people are just, you know, a lot of people in Utah, they know about essential oils, and I think it's fantastic and fabulous. But it was nice for us to go, you know, on the plane, and it was nice to get to California and to have some of my girlfriends say, okay, so what exactly is essential oil? What exactly are they? What do they do? What are the benefits? And I was like, really? You don't know? So I mean, it's great, but you know,
It's a really good contact.
yeah. And Brady was telling me, you know, he's got opportunities in the what is it called? Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I'm driving. Uber is an app that if you need a ride, you can just click on it, and if I'm available, it pings me, and I go pick people up, and it's kind of like
I use that.
personal taxi service type thing. But there's not been a night that I haven't shared oils with somebody. They always ask me, "Oh, so what's your day job?" You know, I'm like, "Well, I work from home, and so I have plenty of time to come do this." And like, "Oh, what do you do?" Share oils. I carry wild orange and peppermint with me everywhere because the late night crowd really enjoy the peppermint and orange to help wake them up a bit. So yeah, and so I've been sharing a lot of those 10-out cards and stuff, and had a lot of interest from it. So
Awesome.
that's been really cool.
Great, Brady. What a wonderful contacting idea.
Uber.
You know, good to do. Uber.
I'm not sure I still do.
Tell me about your month in October. October is a really good month for doTERRA, so tell me about how
October has been an interesting month for me. I've had my lows and my highs. And sometimes you need the lows to figure out the mysteries.
Yes.
So you can push forward. And there are two things that happened on the high level, and that is that you have folks that you live with, like my daughter, Stephanie, your sister, and my husband, who both had referrals. And one was a referral of an old friend of mine that my daughter teaches yoga. And she sees Renee King, who is an old friend of mine, that we talked together. And she said, you know, would you tell your mom that somebody moved away, my contact moved away, and I know she does the oils, I would like to start.
Oh, wow.
I would start to like doing the oils with her now. Well, and immediately I keep thinking, well, she has been enrolled. That's what you do, you enroll them.
People
Guess
don't.
what?
People don't.
She went to the presentation and she did not say, no, I don't want to enroll, but I'll buy some, you know? So, I mean, how cool is that? And she's in on the loyalty board, she is enrolled. She's ready. She is ready to go, she loves the oils, and she's a dear friend. And you have reason to get to see your friends more when you register them. So it's a big motivation. So there was that, and then my second one was my husband. Second and third, my husband. What's up with him?
He's been helping his friend whose wife has very severe Lyme disease, and he went online and researched and got in all of these samples.
He listened to 2 hours of Dr. Hill talking about Lyme disease. It's that complicated. It's that complicated. And he typed it out and he gave it to them.
Very ill, and
all
he
the
cares.
samples.
Can you send that to me?
Actually,
I
you know,
really like that.
yeah, I mean, it's.
Family in Michigan and Lyme disease is bigger in Michigan.
Dr. Hill, just look it up.
I'll make copies of what Dad typed out.
But you're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, he contacted them, and then I needed to follow up, but I've got to get up to gear to be able to do that. But he also, his friend came over that he
Grant.
plays jazz with.
I love Grant.
And Grant is an actor, and he's just a piece of work. He's so fun. I love this business, just meeting the people, just getting acquainted with the people itself is a huge gift.
People back in your life that you wouldn't have been able to talk to otherwise. We went through that exactly.
And we get to show our love in helping them to have a lifestyle change that's going to benefit them. That's a huge gift. That's huge. So anyway, he signed up as well.
Two
So I
signups
got
for you.
those 2
And
votes.
3 for Lisa. Good job, you people. Good job.
I mean,
Good
you
job.
we're just moving. If you just keep going forward in some way.
Well, going to California was really fun for me, and I was able to meet with one of Brady's, a person in Brady's downline, and we're going to put a diffuser in the domestic violence shelter out there. And that really excites me because that's a personal thing for me. And so she and I contacted each other, and we're on a project together for DV, which is really fulfilling for me, which happened last month. Also, watching Renee, it's really been a highlight of my month, and I hope she's on. But Renee in Colorado, 7 enrollments herself, and 4 with one of her kids. And not only that, but not just her, but her team is working with her. She's doing it perfectly right now. The way that she's got herself, she's got 2 teams that are elite in almost elite.
Wow.
And the month before, she was executive. She went from executive to premier in 1 month. And then this month, she's got 2. This last week, she got, she's got 2 teams. And then she found her 3rd builder, who's a homeopath.
Oh,
And then she also has another team that could be her diamond down the road who said, I would like to do it later, but not right now. And there's a doctor in that. She's just really primed and ready to go. And it's so thrilling to watch her do it right from the beginning. Because I did it wrong right from the beginning, and then I stopped for a while. And so mine has been a different type of road, but I don't care. I love it because it matters to me one-on-one people. But she's got it all in the right section. She's got people working with her, and it's
She's structuring it properly.
So she gets to have the Healing Hands prize this month, the CD, and the rose, and the lotion, and the little kit, the little bag. But I'm going to go out there on Thursday, and I get to teach for her team, and I get to actually meet them
because Ashley's Boo Balm is incredible for me. There's a girl in her team that loves to make things, and she's really good at it. She made this thing called Boo Balm, and it's like the RX, the Neosporin, but it is so powerful. It really helps with sores or pain. And for me, remember I've been having that issue since I had the baby with hemorrhoids, and it's just totally taken it away from me. So I can't wait to go meet Ashley, and so another Ashley. This is my Ashley. This is my Ashley. My new Ashley's out in Denver. But no, this is my Ashley I've known for years. But okay, so Ashley, your turn. What's been going well for you this last month? Just anything that has been going well. I mean, you kind of
Honestly, my hard time is actually
your hard time.
yeah, going through the divorce. It's actually
Put a little fire under your butt.
yeah. I've actually got a few friends that are going through the same thing, and it's them. Oils have actually been helping me help them through their hard times.
So some new context. And that is so important too when you're going through hard times to have people on the same level. And I find that because we have oils that help us with our physical, but also our emotional, really we can help almost everyone in the world. Even when people tell me, oh, I'm helpful, I don't need anything. And then I find out, oh, anxiety, sleep, things that they wouldn't think of as traditional health issues. We have so many options for everyone.
But even with that, I've got a girlfriend when we were sitting there and we were talking about the oils and we were talking about, headaches or anxiety or allergies or whatever it was. I'm leaning over to one of my girlfriends and she's like, I'm so healthy, my family's healthy, we don't have any. But then
Come to find out.
well, but she really
Just wait a minute.
but their family they really are a very healthy family. They're very blessed with wellness. But then you start talking about like the chemicals that are in some of the things around it. Here's the thing, let's just say you have this perfect, healthy environment, which nobody does. Nobody does. I mean, you've got your dryer sheets, you have the chemicals that are in your face
I just put it, did you see? I just put in a recipe for homemade oil dryer sheets.
Oh,
today.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's
On my group.
I'll share it.
Leader.
But you look at that and because I'm very sensitive to chemicals just because I don't put them in my system. But if I use a lotion that has if I use any lotion with doTERRA, or something that you make organic, yeah, I can taste it instantly. And I use that alcohol on my hands the other day just because I didn't have anything with me. I didn't have my own garden spray, and instantly I can taste it. And I'm kind of I'm very sensitive to it. But the fact that I'm so sensitive to it just makes you realize, it just gives you that keen awareness of the stuff that we're putting into our systems is not good.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. If you have somebody who's yogurt is great, well, what about your laundry detergent? What about your lotions, your shampoos, and all of that stuff? I mean, yeah, it's needed.
No, you're silver. You're I'm gonna let you work from here, but actually with you, we don't even need you to do legs yet. We just need to get you to elite. So we're just gonna talk about how many classes you want. Mamala and Brady.
I filled one out and I left it on my desk.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Just take a picture of it from me.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so this is it, you guys. For this next month, then, let's build on what we've done. We've done some really good contacting. All of us have said that. Mom was able to close a few people, but you still have some other people that are open. Let's talk a little bit about follow-up for just a moment. I had a really cool, rare opportunity this last month to be invited to a new, to a party, to someone's party. They were launching a new business for them. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, it happened to be that they had some books for healthy recipes in this particular business, and I've been looking for that. I was thinking, okay, I like my, and some smoothie ideas and stuff, and I wanted that already. So I went to this thing, and I was also out of my protein shake, and I kind of wanted to try new ones to mix it up for my daughter and myself. Well, she had those goods for me that I'd already been looking for. And I had this feeling of people who were coming to oil classes, like your friend, is it Renee? Because she'd already loved oil, she'd already tried oils, she was primed and ready to go. And I went to the party like that, where I wanted to learn more about a little bit more in depth of smoothies. I was already a smoothie girl. I was already wanting a healthy lifestyle. I just needed some more recipes, and she had what I needed. But I still didn't buy on the spot. I wonder if you guys relate to this too. I don't like to buy too fast. Like I always want to go home and ponder it. And when I had that experience inside myself, it helped me to understand when I do meetings, and if people go home and they really are interested, but it seems to me as a teacher that maybe they're not, and I push them too hard, or I'm having these overlays, right? Well, they go home and I'm like, oh, well, they weren't really interested. In actuality, they just needed to call back in a couple of days. Perhaps it was the first time they got a sample, or perhaps even me, where I was primed and ready to go, and they went home, I still just needed a few days to brew on it. I think that's really common, and I think it's also a really common UConn thing. So I don't think, what I wanted to share with you guys is, at your parties, don't not call them. The girl that did the party did not call me back. For 2 weeks, she didn't say anything about it. And all week, last week, I've been trying to get my order over there, and I've been too busy. And then at the end of the week, that week goes by, and you start to lose your interest a little bit, and I said, oh, well, I could just use this instead, or I could just find this instead. I'm like, oh, I really don't need her protein shake. I'm going to try another protein shake. And I felt it inside my own person. It happens. You lose interest after a week. Do not call weeks later and think that you're just going to pick up right where you did before. You're going to have to resell them. But if you take it while it's hot, and a couple days where they're like, yes, I actually, as I went home, I realized I really want that. You don't want a person who signs up with you haphazardly and then goes home and goes, I didn't really want to do this. You don't want buyer's remorse. You want them to really want to be in anyway. So giving them a couple days after a class is a good thing. Like bring this class of people that sign up then, call back later. And don't call back sheepishly. Call back full force. Okay, how are you feeling? How are you doing with your oil sample? Is there anything more that we didn't cover that you want to cover now? Is there anything individually I can do for you to help a little bit more? I bet they were thinking about that. In those next couple of days, you know what? This might help me, or this might help me. And it matriculates more as we go home. So we have to be on it with those follow-ups. And we've been doing this for so long, we may feel like, oh, following up again. That is your bread and butter. It's a really important part. And it's 48 to 72 hours is your prime time to call. Do not wait. Even if you're on a trip, still call. If you're still there and you're still doing some other stuff, you take time, give them a call, and at least they know. If she would have just reached out to me in a text earlier, it at least would have helped me to understand that she was still thinking of me, that we still had a connection that way. So even if you have time to call, text them, hey, how are you doing with your sample? It's really important. Don't leave them too long, is my message today. So follow up. And cute, Dave Miller says, 100% of people that you don't follow up with will not be on your team. 100%. That's your statistic. 100% of people that you don't follow up with could be on someone else's team. But they may be interested, and if you don't take it and grab it, they may go with someone else, because there's tons of people out there doing that now. This is there's good things about doTERRA being 6 years old, and there's not good things. The good things are, gosh, they're a well-oiled machine now. And when we started, it was really, really bumpy and awkward a little bit with what they had for us. The class in a box is so slick, anyone can teach. Anyone can teach a class because of class in a box. It's making it more streamlined. So these kinds of things are great, but the problem is, there's a lot of people out there who have already heard of it and already are attached to someone. What we have to do now is be experts and be people who know how to build a business. And so go collect the people who want to build a business with doTERRA. If they have a mother or a sister, guess what? It's time to say, you know, they don't have their account. You don't want to cross recruit, but if they have a mother and sister, they're buying through, say, you know what, I'm doing this. They may be using oils and loving them. Come on my team. Like I did with you, Lise. We connected on a business level. We wanted to work together. And how much fun we've had working together. I'm so glad that you're with me, honestly. It was the right choice that we made. We took a chance there. So wherever we're at, we want to say, I know how to do this in the business. I know how to make money at this. Can I help you with that? Do you want to come and do that with me? Because there's still so much money to be made with doTERRA. It's not in every home yet. Did you know that? So, and see how we're still contacting in our warm markets? I want to talk today about getting to our cold markets. Okay, let's use the people that are already in our downline. If we have 2 people, or we have 50 people, or we have thousands of people, we need to use the people that we already have, okay? Because they love oils. And we have 21 days left to use the share program. I'm going to reiterate what that is, because we've talked about it before. We have 21 days left. We close this down on the 21st for everyone to have the share program. So you opt in, you opt into it. So what you get is, you know how you get 20% of the sales for a party that you do right now? That's our Fast Start bonuses. They pull you down to 15% instead of 20% when you opt into the share program, but it goes away. It goes back to normal after the 21st day of this month. So, but just for this month, you call up Amber. Let's use Amber because I love her. Love you, Amber, if you're watching. Let's say Amber wants to do a party. She loves oils, and she's kind of wanting to use the business, right? So Mom's going to teach us in a minute how to hostess coach. The most important part is that you teach them how to build a party. You don't want them to have an unsuccessful party, right? So you call up Amber and you say, okay, listen, the next 21 days, or it's actually less than that, 19 days or whatever, we have to schedule a party, and let's build it as much as we can. Let's say you make $500 in sales, 500 people. You get to match that in product. Did you hear what I just said? They have kits that they put together, skincare, hair care, those kinds of things, you know, body care, whatever. They have kits that you can make and you can get for your hostess. So your hostess is getting more prizes than they've ever had. Now, in the normal thing, this is after convention, they offered it to everyone, so Amber will be able to get it. In the normal thing, it's the first 60 days that you sign someone up, they get to opt into the share program, and they get to have those hostess codes. So it launches them really well. But for now, we all can do it, and we all can get a lot of products. So if you wanted the skincare and you could afford it, or the hair care or whatever, and you were like, that's an extra thing that you could put on your LRP, all you do is go do a party, and all those enrollerships, those personal enrollerships, even if they're not enrolled, they still get dollar for dollar product for what they sold. Amazing. So this is my idea, and tell me what you guys think about this. I ran into a company, it's called Modere in California. And Modere's here in Utah, of course. They're a new company, and they're really targeting young people. So, you know, all of us are targeted doTERRA because 35 to 45-year-old women is like prime, right, for doTERRA.
That's not me.
Demographic. And so then, but you're in that, you're 30, you're only 33. You're barely out of the demographic. But you know, what I'm saying is they're targeting young people. And it looks like Chanel, the packaging, like Modere, it's French, and they have a lot of household items, personal care items, toiletries, that are low chemicals. And we have Beauty Counter that's doing that, and we have a few companies that are doing that, and people are really excited about them. Well, we have doTERRA, where the active ingredients and the fragrance are essential oils, the most pure essential oils in the world. And then we have very low chemical personal care and house care things, you know, for cleaning surfaces and for cleaning ourselves, which you just talked about, Lisa. That is a whole market just within it. So I'm wondering if we've already done oil parties, if we could just do, okay, we're doing, let's say someone in our downline's already done an oil party, and tired of oil parties. They've done many of them, like Lisa, present, okay? But we're saying, we're gonna do a whole party just about the personal care item and cutting down on your chemicals that you put on your body. A whole gathering on that. And then they can say, you can also buy oils. You can also just buy the pure oil if you want to. But we're starting with, and then the hostess is gonna get the personal care items to take home with her for how much money or how much you really build your party. What do you guys think about that? It would be competing with some of these new companies that are out there, because we already have it in doTERRA, but we don't focus on it as much as we do the oils. Well, if you're going to bring people to just do oils, that's a whole other concept that might be out of their realm of understanding. But if we can show them personal care items with the oils in them, they might get interested in the oils after that. Does that make sense, you guys? I'm really good at teaching it because I use them all and I have for years, and I'm also an esthetician. So I can come in if you want me to be an expert opinion on skincare, but I also want to include the hair care and the deep blue rub and the toothpaste and get the samples and really kind of focus on that. What do you guys think about that? Is that a new idea, a new angle?
Yeah.
That we could maybe do in the next 21 days. Could you guys call your people and say, hey, we've got this new party. We're just going to do the personal care items, party, let's call it something, let's put our thinking together and call it a really fun name. Clean living.
There you go. No, that's actually very clever. I like it.
Clean living, because that means services and body, clean everything.
Well, it's in our, it's in our presentation, our reinventing healthcare. They have laid that out so beautifully.
They have, but by the time we get to that, people
We're
are already
tired.
kind of tired because they have to learn about oils. But we really, what I want to say about that, I'm going to reemphasize this. Active ingredient is the part of your product that really helps you, gives you less wrinkles or something that really does something great for you. Well, there's not a better active ingredient on the earth than beautiful doTERRA essential oils, honestly. They are great for the skin, the hair, they help your hair to grow. You know what I mean? There's like, that's what I mean by active ingredient, and the active ingredient is very high percentage. And especially with the new skincare, it's such a low chemical skincare. There's no preservative. That is revolutionary. So I'm gonna really research how they do that and tell that to people.
If they don't need to.
Essential oils.
Essential oils.
Oh, you're using
yeah.
that
It's a micro-
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you know that I used to teach that with the old skincare? But this is no preservatives at all is revolutionary. So I guess what I want to say is we should be teaching that to people. People are looking for that. They're going to health food store for low chemical skincare and body wash and stuff like that. We have all of that.
Do you know what? With that being said, so I have this cute little daughter of mine. I didn't have acne. My husband didn't have acne, but both of our parents had severe acne. So we passed that gene on for our kids. So my son, after I just fought it, I just didn't want him to go, but he ended up doing Accutane. And it cleared him up, and and he's got a nice face now. Our 14-year-old girl, I don't know if it's because she's a girl or because I'm learning so much more. I don't want to put her on Accutane, and so
That's what really spiked my depression was Accutane. I told you
really,
that.
yeah. And so I just keep dragging my feet with it, but then I worry about her self-esteem because she's this beautiful girl, but she just this is a big deal when you're 14.
Oh yeah.
And
It's awful.
so I'm desperate. I keep trying things. Well, she's done Melaleuca, and that didn't do a ton for her. It does my son for sure. But she started doing that new skincare.
Barrage.
Barrage, and
It's amazing for acne. What's the
Yeah.
deal with that?
Well, it's so funny because Cambria, I'm like, Cambria, we gotta watch your diet. We gotta watch, and we're like talking about things we should watch. But she hasn't changed anything, but she's doing the barrage, and her skin, literally, like the last few days I've been looking at her, I'm like, wow, honey. And I asked her, I'm like, are you eating better? And she's like, yeah, we just had Halloween. No, she is not. But I this is how I do things. Like I really I zone into things, and if it's working, but that is the only thing that we've changed.
I tell you what happened to me? I talked about this online when they not have seen this thread. But I've had acne since I was 13. I've always had some kind of an acne lesion on my face.
Which is shocking.
Now, I did break out a little bit with the monthly, and I went to California and I broke out a little bit because different
She
climates
had
freak me
one
out.
that.
But when I tried Garage, no, really, but it's something. You know what I mean? I've never been totally clear in all those years since 13 years old. I tried Garage, and for 1 month my skin was completely clear without one acne lesion at all.
See, and that's where.
Incredible.
But that's where.
Chemicals. No
That's what I was
chemicals.
going to say, because
Yeah.
Cambria is very sensitive to. She's sensitive to chemicals like I am, and I literally, you
You understand though, I'm an esthetician, and I've tried every skincare on the market
And continues to try.
I still try
Yeah.
other stuff, so that's pretty
But
revolutionary.
there's something to it, and that's where, right now, I'm so excited because we're on like day 3 or 4 where I'm just looking at her skin, and it's just, she's.
I'm glad to get a teenage acne
Well,
story
and that's
too.
the thing, but the thing is like, that was my skincare stuff, like, I'm getting older, like, but she's using it.
Well, it's only $85 for
Well,
the
yeah,
whole
and
kit,
that's-
which is really inexpensive for good skincare.
Well, and the stuff that was prescribed for her
Was
is way more than that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
haven't-
And the side effects.
And the side effects, and I haven't.
Big time. Oh gosh, Accutane. Accutane, sweetheart, is what set me on the road to a divorce. Because I was so depressed and I didn't know it was a side effect from a drug. So I married someone not in my right mind. And honestly, Accutane was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life. So yes, I am very passionate about trying to find
That's
something
why-
else.
And you know what, you listen to your gut.
But you have to do it when it's really, really bad. So let's get her under control.
Well, I'm excited. I wish I did a picture of her before, but I have tried
I haven't, but I really, I'm
Really
so
thrilled.
hopeful. Yeah, because I really think this is it. So anyway.
Me too.
there's-
I love that. So
Yeah.
let's try that, you guys. Let's try. What I need you to do though, you're my first line of defense. I can't call everyone in my downline. I'm gonna call the people that I enrolled. I need you guys to call your downlines and we've got to set up a ton of classes. Let's just do a class split over these next 21 days. Now, let's let Mom take a little bit of a moment. Mom, will you go into the camera? And we talk about hostess coaching. So when you call up your downline, you want them not just to have a party, but a successful party. So go ahead, Mama, and tell us how you do that.
Well, honestly, the hostess coaching is a real key to getting your people there. You can get 85% of your people there just by duplicating, which is really important, duplicating the Chevy's suggestion of getting, going through the share doTERRA naturally. Now, these three are new from the company, and it's Living doTERRA, which is what you pass out when you give a presentation. And then you've got Building doTERRA, which is to help us understand how to build. And then we've got Share doTERRA, and in Share doTERRA, there is a program in which you can hostess coach your hostesses because they are integral at partnership with you. You don't just say, oh, great, invite those people and have a little drink of water, a big repair, and I'll come over at this time. There is a whole way in which you can hostess coach your people. First of all, in this little booklet, Sharing doTERRA Naturally, it tells you how it works, and it gives you the options for for right now. Opting into the share op. I'm prayerful that they will continue doing this, actually.
For us? No, I think they're gonna cut it off on the 21st, but for our new people.
For our new people, oh, it's still good.
Yeah, so it's a good way to get them started. Okay, and also planning your class. You have your date and time, your venue, your class information, and location is filled out with your hostess coach.
You have a class in the box, we've got this.
And then you've got your participation and your guest list, and they give you a little place for the hostess to formulate the guest list. And then there is Share Essential Oil Sample. And you check it off when you've done that. The second one is that you check off the hostess and you follow up and make sure that they have checked it off once they have done it. Personally invite. So you want to write down all the people that you're personally inviting, today, and what day it was that you did that. 2 days prior, phone number reminder.
You have to do that.
And that is absolutely essential. People forget.
Oh my gosh, I've forgotten classes an hour before. All day I was like, I'm going to this class, and then I forgot right that night. You have to do a text the day of, always.
Now, same day text. Do you realize that you may have 2 days prior, you've reminded, you're thinking, I'm annoying these people. You're not annoying them. They love it. Same day text. This is just a reminder, I'm going to be over there at such and such time. I'm excited to come, blah, blah. And they will text their people to come that day. People forget on the day, even if you remind them 2 days previous. And then those that attended the class, they jot down, and those who've enrolled, you put the date and time of when that is. So it's all written out right here as to what they need to do. It's your job to remind them.
Remember
To
to
do
write down
what's on
40
this
people.
list.
Tell them to, and don't just rely on a Facebook invite.
Yeah.
You have to call personally, personal calls, and then personal voicemail messages. And then if they're not a person who is working a business, you provide them with samples. This is for your benefit, to get you to elite, to get you to silver, to build your business. So
Well,
you've got to invest in it.
I hostess coach those folks to do it.
do their own
And if
samples,
they
but
don't do
they-
it, then
you
do
have
it.
to give them the samples. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because why not? You don't have people to sample, we can sample through your downline.
But here's the thing too, is that how many Tupperware parties is there? How many like Tupperware parties or Pampered Chef parties have you been to that the hostess is not a Pampered Chef or a Tupperware consultant?
Right.
They're just hosting it. So they're the people that they're not gonna have samples of oils. They're just hosting. They're just willing to host it. I would gladly give you $5 of sample vials, $5, $10 worth of oils to sample out.
Not only that, you're kind of teaching them a little bit of how to share. Because they are sharers, they have an event, they're sharers, and they may want to do it more so that they put in that $100 a month and get a bonus every time they do.
What about people like Lisa, who never registered, but loves oils?
Yep.
She may still want to do a class for you, so she can learn and she can get free stuff.
Yep. Yep. No, that's a good idea.
You still can do it with people who aren't registered. You can still do it.
That's actually a really good
And you
idea.
need to know that sharers,
They won't get the checks,
Yeah.
but they'll get the kits, the prizes.
and sharers become elites. They can become elites very easily.
Look
And
at this.
that makes you a silver.
Yeah.
So you need to really
Thank you.
help your
The
sharers.
samples. Look, they have little sample cards where it's lavender
Yeah.
and tells you the benefits, you just stick it in there. This is
Well,
really
and
fantastic.
in the box, they also have the wild orange bunch too.
It's only $25,
That's
which
a,
is half of what
such
the
a good
Empower
that's a
is
great
worth.
deal.
And you get so much more than what you got before to really have a successful event.
The only thing
And
is you
DVDs.
get half, you get 10 of the oils.
Yeah, but
Instead
Just for one class.
the DVD and all the other stuff is so much worth it.
Look, here's
Makes
an
your life
active
easier.
life kit for 500. So if you sold 500, you get deep blue rub, peppermint bead lips, lip balm, Mito 2 Max for energy, and a tangerine, which
I
we
love
don't even
tangerine.
sell. And then you can get for 1,000 if you did 2 classes, you get a spa facial kit. So that's coming with not only the barrage, but you also get
I need to get another one of those.
you also get a tangerine. You also get a full-size tangerine, which they don't sell, and you get the wonderful microdermabrasion kit.
And you have to
The
have
natural
$1,000
microdermabrasion.
in share credit.
Then look for 200,000. You get entire On Guard set with LLB.
2,000, not 200,000.
I meant 2,000.
They're really requiring a lot.
If you did a bunch of, if you did like 4 classes this month in the next couple weeks, you should really turn it on. You could get that for yourself, or you could inspire someone else to get
Yeah.
it. So
You can
this is
also-
something that's really possible to do.
Yeah.
Okay, off of that, there's one other thing I need to ask you guys. Now, we're coming up to the end of our speed dating. Let's talk about our speed dating event. This is something we've done for 2 years, almost 2 years. And it's been our monthly class, and it's a really fun format. But we could do it in a room like this, Lisa.
I was
We could do it in a
thinking,
room like this, because you have tables in
Yep.
there, you have chairs.
Yep.
So we could do it here, and oh my gosh, this just barely popped into my mind. We
No.
could do it here instead. I paid $250 for the room. I don't feel like it's worth the money for the people who come. And it's close, you're the one of the
Oh.
major people that supports me.
Yeah.
So we could do it here instead.
well, and I'll talk to my manager about it because I've been thinking about that for a lot of reasons, but this you really can't fill
This
this
is enough
room.
of a room of space,
Yeah.
guys. See, we can't do it in homes because it's too close
Yeah.
together, and then we're talking and it's too loud. We could do 4 tables is all.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you easy.
look, it's not, I don't even need a microphone.
No.
It's really good acoustics in
Yeah.
here. So what do you guys think about changing our speed dating event to here?
That's fine with
And we
me.
can
I
still
live
do it,
5
we can
minutes
still
up
do
the
it
road.
with Deborah Ann's group.
I was gonna say, it's easier for me to get here.
You're closer. I don't
I'm-
have a lot of people coming from the north. It only took you 16 minutes to get here from your house.
It'll take me
Just think
8,
about
so it's kind of a bigger deal for me.
Stop right.
You guys, what do you think about that? I will talk to them and see if they will change the location
If they'll do
and
that,
see, because what I'm trying to say is we need people to teach. What I'm willing to do with speed dating is I am willing to help, but I'm not willing to do it all anymore. I'm willing to, we need to have, after these meetings, to actually do our speed dating planning event meetings and have you guys either ask your downline to teach or for yourself to teach. I don't want to do it all anymore. Mom and I always have Mom teach every month. We need to do it as a
so
group.
good.
And we need to support them like it's this golden time that we're not doing anything else. Like that is our night that we've set apart to bring our contacts. So then you don't have to always have events yourself. You can bring them to this really fun thing, especially for your newbies that just come in.
Yeah.
It's higher education training. That's what will get you your volume. You will make money if you support speed dating. It's a thing. We're going to have someone in our, I was going to ask you if you still wanted to do it, but I think it's a very, what we're going to do is we're going to make it more streamlined where every month we come in, I show you what we did last year at that time. These are the handouts, these are the classes. You just assign people out to teach them. What that's doing is it's helping people feel more confident teaching and yourselves more confident teaching. So you guys are the people who are going to teach. I'm not going to teach all the time anymore. I'll do the events, I'll do the training at the end. Like I'll do the more fancy training at the end. But I figure, why am I teaching every month?
When really good, Leslie.
Being good is great, but this is more for, so are you. And when we apply ourselves, the reason why I'm good, if I am, even if I am good, is the practice. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. So I can rattle it out like that. Do you know you give me a topic and I don't even have to prepare it, I just sit down and talk for 15 minutes of these things? I've been doing it for 2 years. It's really easy for me now. Get a subject you guys know about. Do some research if you have to, but just sit down, get a little pamphlet, a little handout together. The other thing is I'm always making handouts for people. It's really good for you guys to sit down and make a handout. Of course, I'm going to do it for you because the computer is scary to you. Computer's scary to you too.
I was gonna say, it doesn't
Have
like
Gary
me.
do it. You know, just say, will you type this out for me or whatever.
He got my gene too. I got cheated. I'm like, you're a teenager. Why do you not know this?
Garrett can come and teach. I really want Garrett. I think what we need to do is get someone else's, get an LLC or something for Garrett to get started. Do you know that I found out at the same Modere thing, because as young kids are doing it, they had a kid that was 13 that started doing network marketing. By the time he was 18, they built this whole big thing for him because he was doing it. It wasn't just not him doing it. And by the time he was 18, he took it over officially. And he has an amazing business, and he is so bright out there attacking the world.
Yeah.
You know, because he was able to train at an
Young
early
kids can
age.
be entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, in our day and age, they're
Absolutely.
amazing, right? So this is something for our children too, that we
Yeah.
can help them with. So honestly, families are a really great way to do, because again, we choose to be with our families. We get to spend more time with them. I'm more motivated to do doTERRA because I know it also helps my mom and my dad, who
Right.
would be living with me if they didn't make their own income. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. It's very motivating. I still want you to live with me all
I
day.
got every effort that I put in. I'm
She
not-
helps me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a wonderful way for families to help each other. You know how it really inspired me the other day when you said for Shad, there's this wonderful man who had this amazing home in Malibu where we went to teach, and he's very wealthy. He employs every single member of his family, every single one, and they are all wealthy together because of the efforts
Mhm.
of his big entrepreneurship. They all are wealthy
Yeah.
together. Yes, let's take our families with you. Take Lynette with you. Take Lynette with you. But we have to be more active ourselves as leaders to set the example. How do you notice that if you're not doing it yourself?
Oh, yeah.
There's something about the energy of it. They won't do it if you don't do it.
Well, you know, you can't ask somebody to do something they do not do.
Right.
And if you can't train people, it's because you haven't been doing those activities. There are specific money-making activities, and that's when you train people and you want to empower them, that is what you teach them.
Mhm.
What the big wigs are doing is what we need to be.
I can't stop laughing because I came here today thinking that this would be our last month of speed dating. I was going to tell you guys that. And I was laughing my head off because I look in there and there's like round.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
We've-
here and you work here, so you get it.
We've had weddings in here. You can fit a lot of people in here.
But because you work here, there are some perks you
There's
can
some
get.
perks. Yeah. So I'll
And
figure out
we'll
what they
let
are.
you use that. I
you
guess
should.
she'll let us
Yeah.
come in once
Yeah.
a month.
Well, we'll talk about it, but
We'll see if
it
she
should
will.
work out very well.
But it'd probably be less than $250 though.
Oh, well, because I work here,
Because
yes.
you
But
work
if
here,
you, but to rent this outside of it is like $350, but,
Yeah.
but she won't.
She won't touch it.
Yeah.
And if we're just very respectful and keep it clean, that might really work well, you guys. I'm very thrilled
If we
about
bring in Texas caviar, then maybe. Just maybe we can.
Will she let us have some food?
Somebody asked me that, or told me that's the name of the other day, and I was like, oh, that was called? Like,
The Southwest dip?
yeah, I was like, I just call it bean, bean
Here's
and
the thing,
avocado
like,
dip.
you can make it for yourself and it's not so, I mean, it's good, but when somebody else makes it, you're like, this is so good.
Oh, listen, lime oil and cilantro oil.
I had somebody come to speed dating, and she was so bummed because it's the only time we didn't have the refreshments, because that was the reason why she came. No, all the sisters said, oh, you've got to come to this because you won't believe.
Oh, that's so
the
good.
else in this appetizer and this all this
This is
stuff.
the only time that.
The only time.
Do you know what we're
she
doing
has
this
not
next month? You
forgotten.
guys is our theme for speed dating. You're gonna love this. It's cooking
Oh,
with
good.
oils. And also,
Yes, I will be.
That was
doing
a wonderful segue.
Yeah, I can do my bean dip.
awesome. You know what, that's what I'm actually teaching is dips.
I'll do
Is
my
my
salsa, my salsa.
So why don't you come
Kind of
and
a dippy.
help me with it?
And would anyone else want to do it with you, or no?
Well-
Heather, or no?
Heather, okay, Heather's no longer gonna do it with us, but if we come to her and it's not money, she might come and help. She's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
she's
the money that was strapping her, but we're also gonna do one in our neighborhood at her home once a month. Just a normal higher education one. So you have 2 to choose
So a
from to
leadership-
bring your people, which is really close to you.
Which is good
And,
because that'll work for Danielle, because Danielle can't travel this far, I don't think.
When then Danielle can still come to that. So,
Yeah.
so we've got some options, okay, guys? Yay, I'm super excited because I
So
love
let's
speed dating. I think it's
consider
amazing, an amazing concept. It was just the cost that was getting out of control. Okay, well, done. Mark that off the list. We're still doing it. I really think we
Good.
should. But you guys are okay at helping me more with speed dating and supporting it a little bit more? Is that okay with you guys? Cool.
We just need to get people here.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, I'm gonna try and give you more time. Well, if you guys are planning it with me and you're teaching, it's a little easier to say, I'm teaching, so come and support me,
Mhm.
than someone like upline's teaching. It's just a little
Yeah.
different, it's a little bit more.
I don't know. we're
Okay.
pretty well for me to have the other one.
We're actually done now. We're gonna close our meeting now.
Me too.
Do you guys like the personal care concept of
Yeah.
a new class?
Yeah.
Can we push that really hard the next 21 days? So you
Yep.
guys commit to me for that?
Yep.
And let's just try to really, 'cause the thing about November, it's a really good month. People like to do this in November. They like to spend money in November
And
as
it's
a
Christmas.
pre-Christmas thing.
Mhm.
And getting personal care items are actually going to help them with Christmas stuff. They can give it to their friends, and I'm going to put Christmas ideas in there. So I just think this is a really good way to launch Christmas. And let's all rank in Christmas because of the Frankenstein promotion. Let's sign up a ton of people this month
Mhm.
so that everyone wants the free Frankenstein. And that's our best month volume-wise. So if you could get your ranking, that's the time to get it.
Yeah.
So I want you to get to lead
Very
in December.
wise.
That's my goal for you. Can you commit to that goal for me? I want her to be elite. You can go elite pretty quickly because you don't have to have the legs, but you have some builders even. So let's really work Jennifer and Amber. And then, I'm saying that right? Jennifer's with you. I love her. She's online along with me. What about you guys? What is your goal ranking wise for December? December's just a big ranking month. What do you think is really doable for you?
It matters. I mean, I want silver. I mean, but
Can you do
it takes,
You're gonna have to turn it on. Can you do
yeah,
it?
well, I mean, it takes some people to fall into place because they've got some people that are on that fence that's just like.
You're almost
You can
elite,
push that
though.
diamond.
So you're almost elite with Lisa. We just have to kind of get Brittany going.
Right.
So that's that. You could build elite yourself.
Yeah.
In the third leg. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it myself, all by myself. My third leg was all me.
Really?
A little bit for my leader, but not much. She's doing more. She does a little bit. She's more of a sharer.
Well,
than
I'm
a
hoping that
leader.
Jennifer can do something this month.
I'll talk to you about that after. Okay,
Yeah.
can you guys, can you help her with her registration with Angela? Do you have time for that?
Yeah,
Okay, I so appreciate that, and there's a computer.
Awesome.
And, namaste. Okay, all I want to say to end, I don't know how I ever end a meeting, so I always have to, I'm religious, so I pray. So I go, namaste.
It covers it all.
So this is all I want to say to you guys is, there's money to be made with doTERRA. It's the brass ring, you just have to grab it. It is all up to us. There are people who are just like us, who are not as skilled as we are, who are doing this, and they're diamonds. All it is the daily grind. If you do the contacting, the following up, and the scheduling classes and teaching, if you do that, you cannot fail at this business. The products work so well. You're in the right company. You're in the right season. You just have to go for it. That's it.
And I can't make anybody do it. It has to come from inside of you. That little fire in the butt. Every time I look at Ashley, I'm gonna think of that. I don't know why. The fire, that fire has to come from us. It really does. So, yeah?
Yep.
You feel excited?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go get it. All right, awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
I have
Best kid award right there.
Yeah?
Oh, this is so easy. That's so